This isn't just a story. It's a nightmare I lived through. And the scariest part? I still don't know where he is now. Back in high school, there was this kid. Let's call him Patrick. He wasn't just weird, he was unsettling. Always in the same gray hoodie, never washing it, and always smelling like something you'd find in an abandoned basement. Here's the creepy part. He claimed to be a demon. Sounds ridiculous, right? But what if I told you this? Every time someone said his name 3 times, he appeared. Not hours later, moments later. Do you believe in this kind of stuff? If someone dared you to say his name 3 times right now, would you do it? Think about it. What's the worst that could happen? Hold that thought, because this gets worse. My first experience with Patrick's ability happened when my friends and I were hanging out at the dugouts behind our school. We were joking about Patrick, laughing about his ridiculous claims. My friend Laura slipped up and used his real name. She said it once, twice, and then a 3rd time. I kid you not. Patrick jumped onto the dugout from out of nowhere, a baseball bat in hand. No running sounds, no warning. He just appeared. We froze. My heart was pounding. Patrick didn't say a word. He just stared at us, unblinking. Then just as suddenly, he jumped down and walked away. It was weird, but we laughed it off, convincing ourselves it was just bad timing. But was it? Okay, hold up. Imagine you're there. Someone appears out of thin air. Would you shrug it off like we did? Or would you run for the hills? Not long after, my friend Laura and I were at her house, casually chatting. Somehow, Patrick came up. We accidentally said his name 3 times again. Not even 10 minutes later, we heard the front door slam. We ran downstairs, and there he was, Patrick, standing in the doorway, casually chatting with Laura's mom. When Laura's mom asked why he was there, he just said, "I was summoned. Summoned." Let that sink in. We were freaked out, but Laura's mom brushed it off, thinking he was just a troubled kid. But we knew this wasn't normal. From that day on, we promised never to say his name 3 times again. Think about this. What would you do if someone always appeared when you said their name? Call the cops? Or would you keep your lips sealed forever? But you know there's always that one friend who refuses to believe anything. For us, it was Johnny. One day, while hanging out at his house, we told Johnny the whole story. He laughed it off, calling us paranoid. And then to prove us wrong, he said Patrick's name 3 times. At first, nothing happened. Johnny smirked, calling us stupid. But then, we saw him. Patrick. He was standing just outside the fence, watching us. No sound, no warning, just standing there. Johnny turned pale and yelled at us to leave. He was convinced we were in on some prank, but we weren't. Let me ask you, what would you do if someone appeared every time you said their name? Would you say it just to see what happens? Be honest, my last encounter with Patrick was the most terrifying. I was home alone, enjoying a stormy night, when a guy I was talking to came over. We were chilling when Patrick came up in conversation. Despite my warnings, this guy yelled Patrick's name 3 times at the top of his lungs. Instantly, the rain turned into a downpour, thunder roared, and lightning lit up the night. And then, I saw him. Patrick was standing in my front yard, staring directly at my window. I screamed and locked every door in the house. But Patrick didn't stop. I saw him again, this time at the back door. Panicked, I started screaming, "I'm adopted! I'm adopted!" It was the only thing I could think of to protect myself. Then just as suddenly as he appeared, he vanished. The next morning, I found his gray hoodie in my backyard. Inside were small items that I thought I had lost, items that Patrick must have taken. That was the last time I saw Patrick. He disappeared from school, from town, from everywhere. Was Patrick a stalker, a demon, or just a disturbed kid? I'll never know for sure. But let me ask you this. If someone like Patrick existed in your life, would you dare say their name 3 times? Or would you stay silent, always wondering what might happen if you didn't?